Welcome back to video 4 in the series, and in this video I will talk you through the CTET exam structure, the eligibility criteria for paper 1 and paper 2 and a detailed exam pattern. Let's break it down into simple steps so that you are absolutely clear about what to expect and how to prepare for it. If you are new to my channel, hello, I'm Dr. Swastidhar and I mentor teachers and to-be teachers to clear the CTET in their first attempt through self-paced courses, both for paper 1 and paper 2. Let's begin. The CTET follows a very straightforward structure with two papers. Paper 1 qualifies you as a PRT or a primary teacher and you can teach from classes 1 to 5, while paper 2 qualifies you as a TGT who can teach classes 6, 7 and 8. So if you're aspiring to teach in the higher classes, that is classes 9 to 12, then the NEP 2020, that is a new national education policy, has mandated that even the secondary teachers have to be TET qualified. Now, while there has been a talk of introducing a paper 3, as of today, that is December 2024, no official notification has been issued. There was one meeting held between NCTE and CBSE where they have decided that there will be a paper 3 and hopefully it should come in a year or two. But as of now, there is no official notification as to the way ahead. Similarly, the NEP 2020 has also brought the pre-primary teachers into the purview of the school framework, but the specific TET requirements for them are still unclear. So now let's address the biggest question. Am I eligible for the CTET? So as I've said before, the eligibility criteria for paper 1 and paper 2 has significantly changed after the Supreme Court judgment, which was given in August 2023, and the updates from the NEP 2020. In fact, I've created a detailed video on this eligibility, this updated eligibility, which has been followed by CTET for all the January exams, and I'll link it. You can go and see it on YouTube. However, broadly, this is what it means. So every teacher requires two kinds of qualifications. One is the qualification of content. What is it that the teacher knows and can teach? And one is the professional degree that you hold, the professional qualification that you have. So for paper 1, your academic qualification is that you must be class 12 passed by whatever name that it can be called with minimum 50%. While for your professional qualification, that is your teacher training, it is as follows. It is either the 2-year diploma in elementary education, the DLED, whether you have completed it or you could be pursuing it and you're in the second year. The same is for the 4-year DLED program. And also teachers with TTC can also apply for paper 1. Again, you need to check this in detail and all the courses that you have done must have been NCTE approved. Now for paper 2, academically you have to be a graduate, preferably in a school subject. And your professional requirement, that is for your teacher training, you have to have your B.Ed. You could have been just starting with your B.Ed also and doing that. And there are various others, but basically any of the graduate programs along with B.Ed or the integrated B.Ed M.Ed course qualifies you for paper 2. But the most important thing to note is that if you're only a B.Ed, that is you don't have a DLED, then you cannot appear for paper 1. So B.Ed holders can only appear for paper 2, and that is a very significant change which has taken place. Now the exam pattern for CTET is very simple and it has stayed consistent. It is the same for both paper 1 and paper 2, and you have to remember the same 5 points. There are 150 MCQs, multiple choice questions, and each of them has 1 mark. There is no negative marking. The duration of the course is 150 minutes or 2.5 hours, which means for every question you have 1 minute. The passing marks is 60% for the general category, which means you have to score 90 out of 150 to have cleared the exam. I'm of course speaking about the general category, but caste specific and category specific marks are lesser than 90. So let's aim for 90. And both the papers are held on the same day. So if you're planning to take both paper 1 and paper 2, you can complete it on the same day. Now, if I go on to the subject-wise breakup, then for paper 1, there are 5 subjects that you have to study. Each of them is for 30 marks. So you have Child Development and Pedagogy, called CDP, which is purely psychology and pedagogy based, which is for 30 marks. You have a choice of 2 languages that you have to take up. So language 1, you have to choose 1 language from the 22 scheduled languages that we have. Again, language 2, which is another language, you can't choose language 1 again. So if you've chosen English as language 1, then Hindi becomes language 2 or Marathi becomes language 2. But 2 languages are compulsory. You have to choose 2 languages. So language 1 is 30 marks, language 2 is 30 marks. You have maths completely of 30 marks, out of which 15 marks is maths pedagogy. And you have environmental science or EVS. And all these 5 subjects are compulsory if you are going to appear for paper 1. Now for paper 2, CDP, language 1 and language 2 remain the same. you have to choose CDP. Again, you have to choose language 1 and language 2. However, for 60 marks, you have a choice between math science, that is 30 marks maths, 30 marks science, or social sciences, where you're going to be tested on the NCERT social science. These options have to be decided by you while you are filling the form. So it's not that you see the question paper and you decide. While you are applying for the CTET itself, you have to choose which is your language 1, language 2, and if you're taking up paper 2, then which is your option, whether it is math science or social science. However, each of these 30 marks or 60 mark papers has half or little more of pedagogy. So what you need to remember is that pedagogy forms the basis of the entire TET exam. So some tips for the content part of both the papers, you have to refer to NCERT textbooks. For paper 1, you should refer to textbooks from classes 1 to 7. I know it says classes 1 to 5, but they do ask questions from classes 6 and 7. And for paper 2, you have to refer to the textbooks of classes 6 to 10. This exam heavily emphasizes pedagogy. So remember, more than the content, you have to focus more on pedagogy. So in this video, we have covered the CTET structure with its alignment with the NEP 2020, the eligibility criteria, the significant changes that have taken place, and the exam patterns for both paper 1 and paper 2. What are the subjects and what is the focus? In the next video, I will talk about 5 of the top FAQs or the frequently asked questions which my students have asked me about the CTET, so that it addresses the common doubts that everybody has and it helps you to prepare better. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and YouTube by my name Learn with Swasti for more CTET tips, strategies and updates for CTET preparation. Let's make all your teaching career dreams come true, and I'll see you in the next video.